Alright everybody, here's another vid just to clarify a couple things from the last couple videos that we did, and I got a couple people asking me about this or that, so I figured I'd make another one real quick to clarify a couple things, like I said. So for instance, the between the 3 amps, what I did forget to mention was this guy back here. If you can see it. Again, the cable management back there, not so good. So that's about as best as I can get this drawer to come out right now. But how I get those 3 amps to work kind of in tandem at the same time is this Voodoo Lab amp selector. And I'm using obviously 3 out of the 4 that you can actually use, and number 1 being my Mark V, number 2, if you can see the little sticker on the face there, it says Tri. That used to be the Tri-Axis, which is now the Marshall, and then 3 is the JC120. Now I do have the Marshall and the Mark V running simultaneously, meaning that they will never, I can't select them on or off for one or the other. I could probably do one thing where I can create a patch on the Marshall here and just make it where there's no volume, so I could just use the Boogie by itself. I think I got a patch or 2 like that, but other than that, I can select, because in the GCX selector here, I have the JC120 as loop 8. So I can select that one in and out. So basically what kind of happens is, another clarification I wanna do is, let's do this loop thing again here with the GCX. So if I were to come in, let's bypass it. If I were using my wireless, let's go wired in. So I've got wired in, comes through my quad box. What happens first, in the other video I said it went to that Boss NS2 back there that's being a little bastard because one of the wires is too short, so it's kind of being a bastard. Anyhow, it actually comes out of the amp 1 here. It goes in to the Crybaby, because I don't want the noise suppressor going before it, because before it sounds like crap. So what happens is it comes out of this, then into the noise suppressor, then from the noise suppressor into the first loop here of well, actually the Crybaby, I'm sorry, is in the first loop. However, after the first loop, it goes to the NS2 back and then feeds into 2. So then we've got tube screamer, then we've got chorus pedal, then we've got harmonist and power stacks. 5 is the whammy, which is in the back of the rack. 6, I figured out from last time, 6 is actually my flanger, 7 is my phaser, and 8 is my JC120. Now the out of number 7, the out of that comes back and it goes into this amp selector. That's the in. Then the outs are all the amp outs. So then what happens is, then the amp 1 out goes straight up here into the Boogie, and then 2 comes out of number 2. Actually, way up there above the Boogie is another NS2 noise suppressor. Goes into that, out of that, and then into that bad boy there. And then the JC120, what happens there is the out here goes into loop 8, and then the send of loop 8 goes into the Roland JC120. So that's the mystery of my rig that I did not explain the first time around. So and other than that, I think that should clarify a couple things. Next couple of videos I'll do is I'll show you some patches, tones, how I got some specific tones, like for instance, I've got like a small hours patch for you know, the intro, the clean intro, thing that should not be clean. Got Bleeding Me clean. I've got King Nothing intro, that cool, well, it could be annoying if you listen to it too long. Anyway, the Memory Remains whammy, which is basically the chorus of the song. A lot of people were asking me in what I use the whammy for exactly, and that's pretty much the main bad boy besides the whole 12-string patch I showed you before. So right now, man, that's it for right now, I guess.